Hey everyone, I'm back with a crafty video. I know I haven't done one of those in a while. Just kind of been busy and kind of sitting things out a little bit. So I got a chance to do some coloring and some card making and something else. So I thought I'd share that with you. I used this stamp. This is the pumpkin muffin stamp from AdornIt. And Dianna Marcum, as you know, or some of you know, I'm an ambassador for them. So I used this stamp finally in a project for my recipe book. And I also used this die from Paper Tray Ink. This die is called Pumpkin House, and it makes this cute little house. But I didn't make the house, of course. I made the pumpkin. I also used this Say It Essentials sentiment set from Paper Tray and a couple of other things. These dies are from Spellbinders. I think this is a Nestabilities, a grand. I think it's Labels 23 is what this is called. I use this, and then this is their rectangular shape. I think this is just a gold rectangle is what they called it, or number 1 or something like that. It doesn't have much of a name. I did color my image with Copics. These are the same Copic colors I used to color my pumpkin. And also the cat, because I used the cat that I colored up. I did color up the pumpkin bar stamp, or pumpkin muffin stamp. And this is the ink that I use for my Copics sometimes. And I also use this scrapbook.com dark chocolate for some ink blending. Oh, that's a hybrid ink pad. Okay. What else did I... Oh, paper. So I did use this color paper. This is for my card base. It is the... I think this is terracotta tile is what this is. I think that's the color because that's canyon clay. So yeah, I think this is terracotta tile. It's kind of a reddish orange. I'm going to throw that back in there. And then I also used some of the Dianna Marcum design papers that came out with the pumpkin bars. You can see I die cut this tag, but I didn't use it on my project. Sad face. So yeah, I used that paper. So this is the add-on from the pumpkin bars set, but you can probably get, I think you can get this paper on their website, on the AdornIt website, if you're interested in it. I like the fall colors in that one. So that's the other thing I use. So let's get on to the projects. Move this out of the way. And the first one I'll show you is the pumpkin muffins recipe card. So I colored this a little differently. I was kind of like focusing on, you know, how when you're looking at trees in the fall time and what you really see is like just dots of color, kind of like that whole idea of, well, leaves that look like that. So that's how I colored the pumpkin muffins recipe. And I know you can't really read the recipe very well. I can read it just fine. I'm looking through the camera though. And I know that kind of probably looks confusing. So I used a lot of oranges, yellows, and the brown to color up the recipe itself. I fussy cut it, and there's my pumpkin. So I used some of the pattern paper from Doodlebug also to put this together. I had some scraps in my bin, so I decided to, and they were orange, I decided to die cut those with that die, and then I inked it up with some vintage photo to bring the edges a little bit out. And then of course there's a different color brown there for the little what do you call that, vine part, that where it connects to a vine. And then I added a little green button and some twine there. So you can see that's the die cut that I showed you, or the die I showed you earlier from Spellbinders. That's an old die set. And this is a pretty big sized card, but if you look at my recipe book, I just made sure that it would fit in one of the pockets. So it does fit in my recipe book. It'll go in the sweet section. And I can put it right here if I want, just so you can see it sliding in there. So that is my recipe in my recipe book. The second project I have to share is a colored image of the cat, and she did release the Halloween stamp drop had lots of different things. She had witches, she had cats. This is one of the cats, and I actually photocopied this one. This is not the original that I colored. You can tell because it has no ink going through. I used it for my project. I had to make a birthday card. So here's the pumpkin again. I made 2 of them. And then here's the cat. And with the cat, I just added some of this Nouveau drops in, let's see, Crystal Drops in Dandelion Yellow. And these are gloss. So with the property of the Nouveau drops, you know that they mound up. And the star I had originally colored yellow. And the center part was a little bit darker than the edges. So I went in and instead of covering the whole star, I just took it to the sort of the edge almost for the star. And I did the same thing for the hat. So there's the cat. This card is for my nephew. He is turning 6. So I thought I'd do this up for him. And again, this is the card base that's from Paper Tray. It's the terracotta tile. And then this is design paper from Dianna Marcum from the pumpkin bars drop that they did, or the, you know, the add-on. I know you can get this paper probably online unless it's sold out from their website. And this is from the Sentiment from Paper Tray. Okay, that is my card and my recipe. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.